Here's a story now that I'm making up in the back of the camper van with the girls. Now, this is a true story. I'll start off. It's okay, I'm in the front of the camper. This is a true story now, I have to add, right? You know the way you love ice creams? Mm-hmm. And you're always on about, Daddy, buy me ice cream. Daddy, buy me ice cream. Right? Well, you got loads of ice cream when you're hot. You got Twix the other day.
Yeah. But you didn't buy it in our house at home.
Oh, well, I bought you loads on holiday. Now listen, some people have these things called their deep freezes. They're a chest freezer. And Paddy and Joan have one, I think Nanny has one as well, where you lift the lid and you have all your frozen stuff inside in it. And then basically you reach in and get your ice creams or whatever, your stuff out of the freezer. And there was one little boy, his mother and father bought him. I was in school with him. His name was, oh God, what was his name? Oh, Jenny Mac. Oh yeah, his name was Vinny Leary was his name. And his mother and him used to get ice creams, and he used to always sneak in and rob him, and he always just go out to him. Will you ever stop doing that, will you? No, he wouldn't listen to him. But he said, seriously, will you stop doing that? You're leaving no ice creams for your brothers and sisters. So one day they were gone away, and I told him not to touch the ice cream. There was an ice cream at the bottom of the deep freezer, and you know what he did? He climbed in to get it, and he fell in, and the lid fell on him. Now, he froze. He froze solid, like an ice cube, right? But the thing was, his mother and father came home, and they said, "Where's Vinny gone?" There was no sign of him. The brothers and sisters, they asked him, where was he? No sign of him. All his stuff was in his room. Could not figure out where he was. And a couple of minutes had passed, and their mother rang around a few friends, and then they contacted neighbours and brothers and sisters, and he couldn't be found. They were getting worried now. About an hour and a half had passed by. He was only about the size of Nellie. So then they contacted the guards and told the guards. And then that evening the poor mother was in bits. They searched. Yeah, they searched the house high and low. They checked the gardens. And I went on the radio, Nellie, right? And I went on the local, everyone locally went out. And people searched for that boy. Everyone said, oh God, he had to drown in the river. No, they didn't, you see. Oh God, he's after went swimming and he's after been taken by a shark. We're thinking, God, we're thinking how he was taken by a bad man going round in the car to take children. And I said, what are we going to do? So, basically, it was all over the news, and everyone said the chap was gone missing. And we all went to school back that summer, and everyone was crying and upset that Vinny was gone. And we had a little prayer service for him, the ones who believed in God and all that. They all said prayers.
Did you even?
I did, yeah. I said a few because I felt sorry for him. I used to sit beside him, you see. And his desk, his seat was empty. And the mother and father kind of got themselves back together, and they got life back on track a bit. And come around October, I know the evenings be getting dark, Nelly, the winter be coming in. Mm-hmm. One of the brothers said, do you know what? I said, I feel like some oven chips. Oh no, there's a bag of them should be up there in the freezer upstairs. So she went upstairs, and he opened up the lid, and who was inside in it?
Vinny?
Yeah. Inside in it, frozen, with an ice cream in his hand. And he screamed, the brother did, quick, and my father, the whole album came up. And here was your man looking up at, like this, look, frozen like a statue.
Ice cream in his hand?
Yeah, an ice cream in his hand. And they said, Jesus, quick. So they phoned the guards again, and they phoned the ambulance, and everyone came around. All the news cameras crowd. They found the boy. He was locked in the freezer. And then they were all going, God, did the mother and father lock him in the freezers? No, we can't think about this. But what are we going to do? Because he's going to be dead. He's going to be frozen for the last 4 months. But you know, one person said, there was an old fella lived down near him called one of the Coskers. And he said, years ago, we used to catch fish. And you'd catch a fish on the frozen, the river would be frozen. And when you let it thaw out, the fish would still be alive. He said, I think that young lad will still be alive. He said, how could it be alive? 4 months, no food. He said, I'm telling you now. So the mother and father agreed, said, nothing to what else could we do? So they carried him out and left him on the grass outside, right? And all the camera crews from all over the world came, and the ice started to melt, right? And melt, and melt, and melt, and melt. And you could see his hand, and the mother was crying, oh, my poor son is gone. And his face started to melt, the ice started to drip, drip, drip. And all that was left was him frozen with the ice cream. I think it was a cornetto in his hand. And next minute, he opened one of his eyes. He opened the other eye. Opened him out. His tongue came out. The mother with the punches. Everyone said, no, your man said, don't touch him now. If you're going to crack him, because he could be fragile still, leave him alone. He'll come through in his own time, they said. And as true as God, as I'm sitting here now, he slowly defrosted. And you know the first thing he did when he defrosted?
Ate the ice cream.
Exactly that. He ate the ice cream. He ate the whole cornetto. And you know what he would have done? He would have ate more, I'd say. And we all hugged him. He was wringing wet. And everyone, it was all over Sky News and The Echo and Corey Garden. What?
He shouldn't have ate that.
Well, no, Dad, no, he needed a bit of food. But yeah.
He shouldn't have had an ice cream.
No, yeah. And the family got one of the mother fridges afterwards. No, the fridges that open up the doors.
Yeah.
So yeah, they got rid of the one where you could climb into it. But he wasn't bothering him afterwards. He was perfect after that.
Wait, what year did he freeze at?
1986.
No, what month?
Oh, it was in June.
June, then all the way to October.
Yeah, July, August, September, October, 4 months, yeah. And he couldn't remember anything that happened in them 4 months. He just remembered the minute. He said, I used to ask him in school because I sat beside him. I said to him, and do you remember it? He said, no, I can't remember a thing. He said, all I remember was going in there, get the ice cream and falling in. And then he just remembers getting up and eating the cornetto. So do you want to be careful now?
Told him.
What?
You could have told him.
What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, we told him what happened, but he could. Yeah.
Just like that. You could have just like that. That's all way and that way.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you want me to do it for you, I can put one of yous in the freezer and freeze one of yous. And then I'll see you, and then let his thaw out. Would you like to do that?
No.
Okay, then I won't do it. No, we won't do it. Okay. Good night now.